Okay, so welcome to my empty bookshelves. We had some maintenance for that freaking AC up there to do this week, and so I had to take off all of my books, and now I need to put them back. And I thought this would be a perfect opportunity for me to think a little bit about how I want to organize them, because I've been quite unhappy about how okay. I thought this would be a perfect time for me to think about how to reorganize my books because I've been quite unhappy about how they were. I have this bookshelf and then I have another one in the office, and what I used to do is put all my TBR in the office, but I quickly came to realize that's not a very smart system, because what happens is, first of all, not all my TBR fit in that small office bookshelf, so I had to put some TBR here. So then I would have some TBR here and some there, which I hate because it's like not in one organized place. And the other thing is, as I was making my way through my TBR and reading books, I had to then put them back here, but then there's no more space to put them here. So I think I'll give up on the whole idea of having one TBR shelf and one non-TBR shelf-ish. I think instead what I want to do is put books that I like and enjoy and read very often on this main book, which is in our living space. And then in the office, I would just leave books that are kind of manuals or nonfiction, just books that I don't typically read very often, or I don't gravitate towards very often. And I guess that's also fitting because in the office is where I do most of my work, and so having all those nonfiction or manual type books that I could refer to when I do my own work is going to be useful to have there. So that is the plan. So I think the first step in this whole process would be to bring all my books here, because now they're just sitting in the office floor. So I'm going to bring them all here, stack them up so I could reorganize them in sections. I think what I want to do is have sections of like fantasy, romance, you know, like the main genres that I like and that I read, and then I'll see from there how I want to place them on the shelf. So there's more books left, but those are manuals that I know for sure will go in the office bookshelf, so I don't want to drag them all the way here to bring them back. And then there's the books that are left on the TBR bookshelf right now, so those I should bring because I want to actually bring them back here. Want to say hi to the camera? Look, you're such a pretty boy. Okay, let's go grab the books from the from the TBR shelf. I got them all here. I guess now what I have to do is go through all of these. I don't think I want to go through them and see what I want to throw out, because I'm pretty good at keeping my bookshelves really with just the books that I want on there, so I don't think there's much here that I would want to give away. So we're just gonna strictly keep to organizing them all and then start putting them back on the bookshelf. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't think I want to organize them on the floor, because then I feel like I'll be doing double the work. I'll have to organize them on the floor and then put them on the bookshelf, so I'll just start organizing them as I put them on the bookshelf. Big brain energy. Now the question is, how do I actually want to organize them on the bookshelf? Before, what I used to have were the two bottom ones would have been couple classics and mostly, again, nonfiction and manuals, so stuff that I don't really gravitate towards, but now I won't have those here. So I'm thinking the bottom will be classics, like classics, like epics, poetry, you know, some Roman literature, like really old stuff, and then move into classic novels, and then maybe towards the middle lit fic, moving into fantasy, maybe, and then easier reads like romance. So I think what I'll do, I'll start from the top, because if there's anything left over that I don't have space for here, I'll actually just bring it to the next bookshelf. But I think we can fit everything in here. I think we can fit it all in here. Let's see. Okay, so No. These corners, what I like to do with them, I have like I have 6, I think, and I usually like to display some of my favorite series from that specific genre that is for that shelf. So here, because we have romance, I'm thinking Anatomy, a Love Story, the duology. I loved both of these books so much. I actually loved the second one much more than the first, and the first was also really good. So let's see if I could put it here. I don't know, does it look good? Okay, I'll do the rest and then I'll judge if it looks bad or good. I think I don't have enough romances. I think romance is probably gonna be just this one. So I think I'll put like those blend of multiple things in here, and then let's see what that looks like. Shadow of the Wind. I actually have no idea what this is. Is this litfic? I think it is. I think it's historical fiction, actually. I don't even know where to put it. I'll leave it here for now. I'm branching into cottagecore, countryside type of books. I love that countryside sentiment in books. And so I started reading these Patrick Taylor, an Irish country doctor. I read the first one and then I bought the next 2. There's actually a bunch in the series. I don't think I'll finish the series because it's huge. But see, these, I don't know what to, like, where would I put them? They're like countryside books. That's how I see them in my mind. There's romance, sure, but it's not the main plot of the story. I guess I'll put them in this cozy category. We're doing pretty bad in our romance category. Yeah, I think we'll have to like bring these in because I mean I'm sure I have some other romance books, but it's not very many. So yeah, I think we'll merge romance with whatever this is. I heard really good things about this. It's really outside of my comfort zone with what I really usually gravitate towards, but I'm really excited to get to this one. I think I'll try to do a small subsection within this shelf of horror / gothic / a little bit more spooky stuff, like Grady Hendrix, The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I have The Dowry of Blood, and I'm sure I have more somewhere here, so maybe we'll just leave those in their own little section. In this one, what I want to put is my Anne Green Gables series. A bunch of these, which I think is my biggest section aside from maybe classics. I want to go through the books on the floor because I notice I have quite a bit of nonfiction left and some random things that are not supposed to be here. So I just want to kind of loosely split them up so that I can work with a pile that is more appropriate for the shelf. And also, yeah, maybe just put them loosely into categories. So bad cluttered. I need completely new editions of these. What is this? Okay, I think we kind of got it down. We have here the classics. This is my Italian section. I think I'll just leave it together because I have quite a bit of those. Fantasy. This is the one of those cozy, contemporary, lit-fic. These are the old stuff, like the epics and all of that, old things. And then those are nonfiction, which I'll bring to the other room after. I'm keeping open because I want to put a very special thing in there that has always been on my shelves in this spot, so I'll show you after what it is, but I'm not gonna put anything. So we're done with contemporary lit-fic, and now I'm gonna get into sci-fi and fantasy. My sci-fi collection is incredibly small. 5 books? Yep, 5 books. One of them I don't even know if it's technically sci-fi, so. Has anyone read this? There's such divisive reviews on this book. I really just don't know what to expect from it. Some people love it because it's Brandon Sanderson, and then some people hate it because they say it's just not, sci-fi is not his genre. So I'm really confused. Okay, here I would like to have a little section break because it's going from sci-fi to fantasy, and I have a couple cute trinkets that I could put, so I'm gonna put one now just to see what it looks like. I have those little cute houses that you can make yourself. I got it for either my birthday or Christmas a while ago, and it's really cute. Usually it lights up, but now there's no more battery left. But it's Harry Potter inspired, so I think it will be perfect if it goes next to the Harry Potter fantasy books. To display, I have a couple of options. We have the Game of Thrones series, Brandon Sanderson, Mistborn, and a couple other books. I have the Lord of the Rings, but that one is so beautiful. I feel the Lord of the Rings just needs more grand space because the books are so pretty. I think I'll go for the Brandon Sanderson one. Let me see how it looks. So I have Era 1 and then Era 2. I do have another book in this edition from him, which is this one, but the color is a bit different. Should I just put it here or put it separately? Okay, we'll leave it like this for now, and then I'll see if I want to make changes. These editions are like, they need to be displayed. I cannot just put them as normal books on shelves. I think it looks good. Now I need to figure out, I feel like it's just too, something is not right here. And I also have a space left over, so I could do like maybe like this and like this. I don't know. Okay, so we'll brainstorm for this section and let me get started on the rest. I think next here, or maybe here in the middle, I could put my Italian books. because it's kind of like its own enclosed space, and then around it just my regular classics. Another one of these here. I don't know what I could put in there. Okay, actually there's quite a few that I like that are a bit more fancy. So these editions are very pretty, of Wuthering Heights and Far From the Madding Crowd. We also have this beautiful hardcover of The Count of Monte Cristo, and I have all of these beautiful books of Victor Hugo. I have like a whole collection of it, and they're in this beautiful kind of vintagey looking edition, so I think I want to place them all on one shelf. So both of these are one book. Both of these are Les Miserables. If this does not scream intimidating, I don't know what does. Look at the size of, like, this is one book. This. So maybe on this one I could just continue with books that look older. I have a couple of those. I have these ones from Agatha Christie that honestly I'll probably never reread, but I kind of just want to keep them just to have some Agatha Christie on my shelves. I also have these, which is both volumes of Great Expectations by Dickens, The Old Curiosity Shop by Dickens, more Flanders, Daniel Defoe, and then I have David Copperfield by Dickens. But I have other ones too. I have Anna Karenina special edition. I don't know where it is. But anyways, there's no more space, so I guess this is good enough. Maybe here, where was it? Here I could put the remaining of my special editions. I have this one. This one is a bit different, but it's also hardback. I have this one, which is the hardcover, and then I have Anna Karenina somewhere here. These are the International Collectors Library. I love these, and you can find them oftentimes, at least where I live. You can find them in the like second-hand shops for $1 or $2, and they're beautiful hardcovers of classic books. These tinier editions that really bother my soul, so I think I want to place them separately. I have these, which are in the ugly folio editions. Most of these are French books or books that are written in French. This is like the typical French edition. I don't know why they keep doing these editions, they're so ugly, but I do have them. I could potentially place them there, but I just don't want them to be in the center of attention because I don't like them anyways, so I think I'll just put them at the bottom. we did it. I had to move some stuff around because I actually didn't have as many ancient Greek Roman classics as I thought I did. So it ended up being a very small section, and then my whole bottom shelf was empty. So what I did is I separated this, and then I put those classics down here, and those bigger classics, I put them all the way down. Let's do a quick little tour so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll deal with the shelf in the office at a completely different time. Like, I am spent. I cannot do more book organizing right now, so I'll do those another time. So we start at the top with romance, and then it moves into contemporary fiction, if you want to call it like that. We have here a tiny little dark section, which is going to be great for me when, you know, Halloween rolls around and I want to get into more spooky stuff. I already have a section for that. I also have some cottagecore / countryside books, which I really love. And then I have the Anne of Green Gables series here. And here I already started to add some lit fic. So I have Kazuo Ishiguro, I have some Murakami in here, and then it moves down to the rest of my lit fic. So I have Isabel Allende, Margaret Atwood, Alice Munro, Grendel by John Gardner, which is a really good modern classic, you could consider it. I also added another one of those cute little, this is more of a bookshop cafe inspired. I'll do a little close-up video so you can see what it looks like. And then the star of the show is enclosed here, my first edition of a Charles Dickens book. I think this is Hard Times, and it includes a couple other shorter works from him. And then I also have the complete works of William Shakespeare, which is really funny because I barely read any of those. And then we move here into sci-fi, a little section break, and then my Harry Potter and the rest of my fantasy, which moves downwards. So this entire thing is also fantasy. We have my Brandon Sanderson, this is Mistborn Era 1, and then Mistborn Era 2 is on the other side with the Arcanum, well, how do you pronounce that? Arcanum Unbounded. And then I have the remaining of my fantasy. I have the Throne of Glass series, a couple of just random standalones, Game of Thrones series, which I also have to get back into, Crooked Kingdom, and then the Shadow and Bone series by Lee Bardugo, which I haven't read yet. And then we move into my Tolkien and the beautiful editions of The Lord of the Rings. Basically, the remaining 3 shelves are just classics. So I have all of these hardcover classics that I love, and I think they look really good together. I have a bunch of Victor Hugo, some Agatha Christie, Charles Dickens. This is Dickens. Oh yeah, these are all Charles Dickens except for this one, which is a Romanian author, Giorgio Călinescu. Then we move into my Italian classics. Some of these are also lit fic, so they're not all classics. We have some Moravia in here. We have Filippo Tuena, Ferrante, My Brilliant Friend, which is one of my favorite books of all time. And then we move into here, into more classics. I have more space here, as you can see, but I don't know. I think I'll just find some trinkets around the house and just place those there. We have all of these Arcturus editions, which I don't really love, but I used to buy a lot of books in this edition because they were very cheap. They were basically $3 a book, I think. So I have quite a few of those. I have, you know, Pride and Prejudice, the yellow wallpaper. I have the Bell Jar, Northanger Abbey, A Farewell to Arms, Animal Farm. And then I have this Classic Stories nice hardcover edition by Charles Dickens. I have those hardcovers that were up here, down here now. And then here I put these 2 editions that I love. They're the Cranford collection, which are really pretty. And the remaining of my classics here. These are the Norton Critical Edition and also the Broadview Edition. These are editions that I think a lot of profs like for some reason. When I was in university, these are books that all of them I bought for university, and they're all really ugly and the covers are horrendous. Like, what is this? What is this? This is actually a cover that I like, but the rest of them, they're just really, the marketing team needs to be fired, in my opinion. And then this is one of my favorite books of all time, and it's the ugliest edition that I have. But I cannot part ways with it because I have all my annotations and notes in it, so. And then I'm continuing my classics here. I have, you know, 100 Years of Solitude, some Agatha Christie, James Joyce, The Dubliners, Virginia Woolf or Orlando, which is a book that I really want to get to from hers. Ooh, I have this one, which I'm really excited to read. It's by Pamuk. My Name is Red. I can't wait to pick that one up. And then I have those smaller editions that really used to annoy me when they were like all vertical because they just didn't fit with the rest and it looked really awkward. So I'm really happy that I placed them like this now. And then here I placed The Legend of the Sleepy Hollow, which I bought really recently. So down here we have the uglier French editions. I displayed the Little Women edition that I bought recently that I love. And this is where kind of my classics collection starts. We have Anne Carson, we have Marcus Aurelius, we have Petrarca, Alighieri, The Satyricon by Petronius. So all very old stuff. And then it kind of continues in here with a collected edition of ancient Greek novels, Ovid, Virgil, the Odyssey, and then a bunch of other kind of older epics and works. We have Plato in here, Dante again, all of those very ancient works. And then down here I just put the remaining of those bigger classics because I think they're quite heavy, and so I think they fit better here anyways because they won't weigh so much on the shelves that are probably already gonna fall. So I have in here Anna Karenina, War and Peace, which I have to get to, Moby Dick, Oliver Twist, Don Quixote, so really chunkier classic novels. And I just have my little cup where I put my bookmarks. Here there's a bit of space left, but it's fine because I'm reading right now The Brothers Karamazov, so that's gonna take quite a bit of space right next to Crime and Punishment here. I'm still so happy I did this. This was a project that was on the back of my mind for this entire week, and I'm happy that I took the time out to actually do it. It feels like the house is back in its place. I don't have books stacked up everywhere. The organization is a tad different from how I had it before, and I really like it. I feel like it reinvigorates me, it gets me excited to read more, and I'm really happy to have also my TBR in here. So if anything, I didn't get hit in the head by a book. So I think that in and of itself is just success. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you soon.